welcome. Welcome to the bigger picture. I'm your host, Dakari Eli. I have Shoniqua Shandai here, actress from Harlem. Yes. TV
Yes.
show. Yes. I cannot tell you how much I love that show. I am sorry to see the changes, but we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into how amazing you are. You are Angie. You just embody this energy, this like, you are infectious.
Thank you.
You really are.
I appreciate hearing that.
So, I mean, you just dropped a single. You are a singer.
Ma'am, I'm officially a singer. I dropped Feel My Love,
Yeah.
my power ballad love song in January. And as a way to, kind of pick back up the energy of the last time we saw Angie, which was a proposal.
Mm.
And for Black History Month, I have a celebration anthem for Black people, just reminding us how loved we are, how powerful we are. And I'm rooting for
Mm.
everybody Black. So
Mm.
Black is out right now. And so yeah, I just dropped some visuals with Derek Blanks for that today.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I can't wait to see them.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. I mean, again, what a beautiful time to celebrate Black love during Black History Month. You
Mhm.
know, excellent. And everything that I feel like that you do, even when it comes to your fashion and modeling, you are just so, you feel so authentic and intentional. And tell me a little bit more about you and where that comes from.
For me, my fashion came as a form of protest.
Mm,
I'm dark skin curvy with a gap tooth from the South, and I wore my hair afroed, and everything about America and this world wants to see women who look like me silenced, and they
mm,
want to put baby in the corner. And I used my fashion as a form of protest or activism against it, and said, I'm going to show up vibrantly and colorfully, and I use the any aspect that I can control, any
mm,
form of artistry that I can create, no matter how big or how small, even if it is simply walking onto a red carpet and taking a
mm,
picture, I use it hopefully to ignite a change and help open the very marginalized barriers that are of limitations that are placed around women who look like me, and what characters we can play, what and who we are supposed to be in the world. And so I try to show up fantastical or like a leading lady, or give you a little sci-fi or something, just to let you to spark a thought that, oh, maybe I didn't picture someone who looked like her for this role, or
right.
maybe we didn't see some women who look like her associated with jewelry and luxury. So let me go do a jewelry campaign. And I'm doing my first like jewelry giveaway campaign for Feel My Love. I'm giving away red dyed diamonds. And
Oof.
I'm please forgive me. And I say forgive me for any ignorance that I might have, but I've never seen a woman who looked like me do a jewelry ad. I've never seen us like with fine jewelry and
Mm,
associated with diamonds and luxury. Even though we're such luxurious beings, we act like they keep wealth to a certain demographic of people. And so I'm so happy to be a part of doing that. And it's the designers Water Street Jewelers who did the jewelry for my Ebony campaign and for Feel My Love music video. And we are giving away diamonds to people who participate. So I'm really excited about that, and to use any way I can to help.
mm,
I call it artistic activism, to hopefully create a thought of change or just a
mhm.
spark.
Well, what you're doing is remarkable because you're also helping not only break down barriers within the industry,
Mm.
right? You're creating visuals for women to feel comfortable with being their authentic selves and to be accepting of their own beauty, right?
Yeah.
Despite what the demographic or what the industry says
Mm.
is beautiful, right?
Mhm.
So I think that that's pretty remarkable. And you do it with such grace. You really do. When I first saw you on Harlem,
Yes.
you just stole the show. And
Mhm.
I mean, everybody's wonderful. Don't get me wrong. But
Brilliantly
they
gifted.
are, they're absolutely Jerry Johnson, Megan, all of everyone.
Grace Byers,
Beautiful.
Tyler Lampley, Gail Bean, every phenomenal.
Gail, yes.
Whoopi
Love me
Goldberg is
some
on the
Gail.
show. D. Jasmine Guy. I'm sorry, the list is it's a
Yes. Jasmine
pretty
got,
family.
yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So, as a collective, it was just so beautiful, to see the different vibrations and how it all comes together. Um, there was something about, however, with your character, which I'm sure you've already heard this multiple times, that you just pull this space out in people where, again, it's like I would want to roll with you. I'd want to like get up with you. I'd want to chill with you. And I know there has got to be so much of you in Angie,
Mhm.
you know? So
Mhm.
tell me a little bit more about those pieces that are more you.
Yeah. I think what I automatically saw with Angie was that all of the energy that I heard was too big
Mm,
before, all of the things that I felt heard was too loud, too theatrical, too ghetto, to doing too much.
mm,
I've always been extremely expressive. And so I came from theater. Theater welcomed me first because you have the vastness of the stage to utilize. And so you can be larger than life there. But when I got to the transition of trying to get to screen and film, and it was always make it smaller, make it smaller, make it smaller, make it
mm,
smaller. And even when I am not putting on whatsoever, I still operate with a level of expressiveness that's just different from a lot of people.
mm,
And so immediately I recognize this is a woman who's been that way. And
mm,
so all of those pieces, those moments of me that were told they were too large and to
mm,
stifle down, I was able to like let the box off, like
mm,
remove the cap. And so she's the more, of course, exaggerated version of that, right? She's
yeah.
all of the freedom and all of the inhibitions, and she's larger than life in every capacity. But I was able to take those parts of me that had been stifled, that had been
Mm,
no, that had been told to quiet, to silence, to stop, to bring it down and
yeah.
really let her fly. And so she's all of the no's I've ever heard formed into one giant yes. And I also understood what it was like to be a starving artist of sorts, to have a voice and love music so much and be terrified to do it, or feel like that maybe it's not what I thought it was going to be. So I understood that up and down, that failure and fear to take the risk again, and unsure if the dream you've had that God is giving you is going to manifest. So that angst is me as well. Um, she just lives in a different space, right? She is like in an alternate universe,
Yes.
most highest, unadulterated, like
Yes.
uncapped version,
She's
right?
she feels like freedom to me.
She
She feels
literally is
so
freedom.
liberated, and it
Yeah.
and you find, I feel like she's very relatable because there's pieces in us where we all want to be liberated,
Mm-hmm.
and watching that on screen gives people, I would say personally, gives me more of the like validation, or the courage, if you will, actually, to say,
Absolutely.
you know what, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna be me. I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna shrink.
Mm-hmm.
To be bold and in color. You know what I'm saying?
It's
And
something for me.
so the show blends comedy with real life challenges.
Yeah.
Listen, the real life challenge that always sticks out in my head is when she was dealing with a problem with somebody that she was seeing.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all remember that. And so,
So, no, I was just gonna say, so it's a beautiful blend of everything.
mhm.
And that would always sticks out in my head. It had me in stitches.
Yeah.
So uh now, are there any memorable moments that you'd like to share from Harlem? Like offset.
Offset.
Yeah, like off screen, I should say. Off.
Off screen. Oh yes, I remember how it felt because season one, we started right before the pandemic in
Mm,
2020. Then we shot 2 or 3 episodes and then took a break for a year and a half. And at that time everyone was quarantined and theater stopped happening and we weren't sure if we would ever go back to film again and if the world would ever be the same again. And in the midst of it, we came back, and that's when we started working on Get Out the musical. And this was with Broadway dancers and Broadway choreographers and Broadway actors. And I remember how eerie and profound and impactful and just like the gravity of being able to walk on a stage again and
mm,
be in a theater when we didn't know we would ever, if we would ever be in a theater again.
mm,
And that's a space all of us love. I say I came from the theater. That was a space that said that you can be everything you want to be here. And so it became my safety. And so thinking that that might never come back. I remember all of us, Jonathan Burke was there, and we just like stood on the stage and really took in the privilege with so much gratitude of
mm.
how happy we were to be able to do this show within a show.
Right,
So I'll never forget that. And also, too, it's always been a dream of me to do Broadway. That's the highest level of theater.
of
And
course.
so having the privilege to interact with these incredible talents, these monumental artists in theater space in season 1 and 3 with
Mm,
Girls Trip the Musical. I'll forever be grateful to Tracy Oliver for that, for her brilliance because it's hilarious. And also the stretching because to do a show within a show, you don't have any breaks. I mean, I'm on stage or I'm on set filming or I'm going to rehearsal or I'm in the studio. And so
mm,
I was expanded as an artist while doing it. And then also to be able to rub shoulders with people that I respect and that are doing this art form that I love so much at the highest pedigree. That's awesome.
mm. Now, you mentioned your background in theater. Did you go to school for theater? I know you mentioned school, but I didn't know like how far back that went.
Yeah, I went to, well, I've been in almost performing arts school since I was in middle school.
Yeah.
My mom had me in all kinds of programs, but I went to college for musical theater.
Very nice. Excellent.
Yeah.
So that's where you were able to kind of learn all the different skills and techniques. Where did you go to school?
I went to AMDA, American Musical Dramatic Academy, and before there was I went to high school for Center of the Arts. It was like a fame high school. They
Okay.
had other students too, but they had a Center for the Arts program, and I'm still some of my closest friends today are from that program. My best friend choreographed my first televised performance that happened yesterday. It'll be on the Portia show. So shout out to 6'4", Terrence who choreographed that. But yeah, so yeah,
Oh, you are just
back.
everywhere doing everything.
I'm trying to take advantage of the blessing that God has given me. I don't
Yeah.
want to hold me back anymore. So I'm saying big yes to everything
Mhm.
God's got for me.
Now you mentioned holding you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can definitely be a challenge. Uh, what do you do when you find that you are holding you back?
Um, it's funny because I don't realize it at the time. It feels like fear has a great way of justifying itself.
Mm,
There's a way of like the no, it's like, oh, I'm not prepared.
mm,
No. I don't think I'm right for that. No. Oh, there's got to be somebody. Oh, they're looking for a different type. No. Like
mm,
fear always comes with a because or a justification.
right.
And I don't realize I'm holding myself back until God sends an angel that says, you're going to do this. And it's been that way throughout my career. I went into acting first because I was fearful of the vulnerability of being just myself on a stage singing. I could
Hmm.
connect and have the mask or the support of other actors or the support of dialogue or the support of another character. So if you
Right,
don't like it, it's not necessarily me you don't like.
right, right.
With music, it's only you. And so, and yet every role that's been like pivotal in moving the trajectory of my career has required me to sing. So that's when I know, oh, you were holding yourself back, and God is saying this is something you should be doing. And in discovering Angie, it's finally when I was like, okay, you have to go to the studio because you're playing a recording artist who writes her own music. In season one, like Angie was willing to risk it all because she
Mhm.
knew, and she was very adamant about the lyrics she wrote in spite of everybody else hating the song.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, let me really get into the studio. And in saying yes to that, Megan Good directed my first music video. Shay William Vanderpoort, who directed all of the musical episodes this season, directed Feel My Love music video, and Derek Blanks has directed visuals for me. And I realized in God sending these like iconic people that I respect so much in their industries, these titans saying yes to me. I'm like, oh, Shoniqua, you've been holding yourself back because you could have been releasing a long time ago, but you needed a lot of pushes. And so I just want to like leap and run and do all of the things that I'm supposed to be doing because why waste time anymore?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you're out here and you're doing it,
Thank
so you're making up for all your lost time, I guess,
you.
right? Now, what was the creative process like for you on this last track for Black?
Black has been the most beautiful collaborative experience that came from a need to remind myself who I am.
Mm,
I wrote this music, I wrote Black specifically during the pandemic as a way to remind myself that I was loved
mm,
after during the Black Lives Matter movement and George Floyd had passed and Ahmaud
mhm,
Arbery had passed and Breonna Taylor had passed and I was just feeling so low and I'm pretty sure all of my brothers and sisters were too. We were suffering so much globally as a community with the virus, then yet alone to have our lives taken
mm,
threatened so much. I just needed to be reminded that I was loved, that I am powerful, that God is fighting for me, and how much authority and resilience I have.
mhm,
And so I wrote that then, and with a writing partner of mine named N.R. Hunt, official feature. He's a brilliant rapper that I actually met in the Uber. That's another thing that just came. And we've written so much music together. He's written on Feel My Love. He's written on Something About You. Like N.R. is like my writing partner, like my buddy. And from there, I connected with these incredible producers and literally just finished the beat to Black maybe a month ago. Because I
mm,
was like, I want it to feel like a party. I want it to
mm,
celebrate.
mm.
I'm like, I kept thinking, I know that it's an inspirational record, but more so, I want us to dance. And
Yeah.
I want you to know it's about God, but I want you to be so caught up in the rejoice in the movement that you realize that it's not until you like listen to it that you're like, oh, she's talking about Jesus. But I just want you to have a good time, because that's how I feel about us. I love us so much. And we're
Mm.
so wonderful. We're so powerful. We're so fun and dynamic and everything else. So I wanted something that felt like the
You,
cookout song. You just like me. I honestly, really and truly, like it's gotta be theatrical and dynamic like me. That's so true.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
And
that's
it
Black.
just, and like you said, and celebratory and positive and just, I think that everything that you embody is what Black is about, right?
Yes, it's true. Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're going to be pursuing more music in the future.
Oh, absolutely. We have an EP dropping around Mother's Day.
Oh, okay. Do we have a title?
Charcuterie is coming soon.
Oh,
Charcuterie is a charcuterie board. It's a smorgasbord of sounds. It's a palette. It's gonna whet your appetite, and it's gonna give you all of a way to like play and for me to discover sonically and kind of not be limited to genre because I'm such a vast human being. I think we are all starting to embrace all of the layers of ourselves and don't no longer have to be one thing.
that's
And
right.
you're gonna get some go-go because I'm from DMV. You're gonna get some rap because I played a battle rapper and I think I can rap
Okay,
sometimes.
that's
You
right.
know, you're gonna get a power ballad because I'm a lover girl and I grew up on Whitney Houston. I grew up on songs where you had to run it back 5 times to learn that run. So I'm gonna sing to the heavens and you're gonna get some pop because I went to a musical theater school. So I in the era of Britney Spears, So you're gonna get that as well. And it's a nice sampling and a way to just sonically introduce myself before the album comes.
Excellent, excellent. You said it's around Mother's Day.
Yes,
And do
ma'am.
we have a title though? Do we have the time? It
Charcuterie.
is. I can't. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So it's
Charcuterie. Yes.
official.
Yes,
I didn't know if you
ma'am.
were using that as like a metaphor,
No,
but
that's my
I
baby.
love it. I
I
love
removed the board because charcuterie by itself just kind of sound black, and I just
it.
like the sound.
It's got its own vibe for sure. Uh, Now you're known for your vibrant personality and style, and we know that fashion plays a huge role in that. Could we ever expect a fashion line from you?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I've started on it and it didn't work out, or started on it and then another idea came, and music came to the forefront. But I would absolutely, I love fashion. Fashion literally is my love language.
Mm,
I wholeheartedly believe in fashion, in using my fashion as a form of artistic activism. I believe in using it as statement pieces. I can be kind of introverted sometimes when I get in public. I can get overstimulated. I either act like Angie, like I channel her, right? I either do
yeah.
that or I'm like in the corner quiet. It really is like one or the
The
other,
middle.
right? It really is a yin and a big old yang. So I use fashion as a way for as a conversation piece. Like
Yes.
people automatically come up and talk to you because you're wearing something incredible, and also it's just an extension of the way that I artistically express. So I would love to. I don't know if it's collaborating with someone else in their line or just
Do
doing my
you have
own.
any ideas on who you may want to collaborate with?
Oh, there's so many incredible designers. Of course, I would love. There's so many. I'm like, I go my mind went to purses and then I went to shoes. So I was like, oh, Telfly. But then I was like, oh, maybe Bessie Johnson. Oh, but I love Kiari. And I don't know if she's ever going to make her line again, but she makes these incredible boots. I would love to get with her. I'm obsessed with Oscar De La Renta and what he does with Tool. And I love a big Tool drip. But I also love O Yemen, who is a African designer who does phenomenal things with Tool as well. I recently discovered Ofure, and they are like chef's kiss with sequins. So honestly, whoever want to have a conversation, she's available off. Yes.
Well, because you are so multifaceted, and you are not just, it's like, I feel like you're not just an artist. Like as a true artist, you become art, right? And
Mhm.
as you're going through these layers, do you ever find that it's so like that it's challenging because you have so much going on in your mind, you know? How do you focus in? How do you do that? When
I
you're like, I know that you're everywhere. I know
always
you're everywhere.
I am still mastering that. I think that will always be something to constantly take to the next level. I would love to see how many plates I can spin at the same
Mm,
time. Just because my artistry is that it manifests in multiple ways. And
mm,
so right now, what I'm doing is saying, okay, this portion of the year is for music and press and Harlem and booking the next gig. This
yes.
portion of the year, you have to finish these scripts and do this. And then we're still
Mm,
gonna do press for music, but it's about writing. And then this portion of the year. So I'm trying to almost give every baby, that's what they're every
yeah.
baby a couple of quarter of the year. I'll let you know how that comes this year. But I think that might be the best bet. And it actually worked pretty well for me. I did the same thing at with 2024. I finished a script, but finished two scripts and had some readings and locked in literary representation, and then went and did Harlem and then jumped into music. And so I think giving them all a couple of months, and
Mm,
some children might say, and I refer to them as children, but and people who have kids might be able to let me know if I'm doing this incorrectly or not. But I think every child needs more of you
yes.
at a different time. And
Yes.
so right now, my music has sat in the closet. And
Hmm.
so now I think it's time to let her arrive and show up in my music and my artistry the way I've always wanted to. And I think it's also growing me as a human being to be able to finally share and be vulnerable and be brave, and also create music strategies and roll out plans. Like I needed this to not only exercise as a musician, but as a leader, as a business owner, as a strategist, and also what scheduling and everything, and as someone who's balancing finances and running all of this at the same
It's a,
time. Yeah, so
you have to love it and be passionate. It has to be everything.
it really is. And then she'll take a little second once the EP's out, and then that happens. Then I'm get into this writing nook I have over here, and
Mhm.
I'll bang out a couple more scripts, and hopefully lock in something for the
What do you have
yeah.
any idea on when you'll be able to get outside to perform? Are you going to perform this summer? Can we look
Yes. Oh,
forward
yeah. I
to?
mean, I would love to be on tour. I mean, I just did my first televised performance on the Portia show, and I'm here for any and every performance opportunity and willing to shift, and I think that's actually what comes in this month of
Mhm.
releasing music, is also performing and getting out and letting people know that she also sings live.
Yes,
So the
yes,
mic is on and the vocal cords work.
that's right. What hope or what impact do you hope to have on the music industry and entertainment industry?
Um, I think the same impact that I want to have for the music industry and the entertainment industry is the same impact that I want to have globally, or just anyone who sees me. I hope that in me being bold enough to pursue my dreams in a world where everyone wants to tell me no, and
Mm,
not wants to, but America says that Black women, curvy women, dark skinned women, gap toothed women, natural haired women aren't to be honored, and aren't to be, are to be of service, but not have their own. I hope that it inspires someone to run up their own dreams. I hope
mm,
me doing it, someone goes, if she can, why can't I?
mhm,
So I'm here to shine my light and encourage other people to shine their lights brightly. And if you get that from seeing me on the red carpet, or seeing me as Angie, or hearing a song, I
mm.
just hope that it inspires you to say, why not me? My voice is needed as well.
Excellent. Love that. Love all of that. Who at this point, I'm sure it kind of like it'll change as you get deeper and deeper into your music, but who do you want to work with?
Beyonce. I know my sister's so tired of me saying, my sister's my publicist. I know she's tired of me saying Beyonce. But I'm obsessed with this woman. I've been obsessed with this woman since the year was 1997. So Beyonce,
She's the queen. I mean,
but I also I want to play Missy Elliott. I
mm,
want to
I can
play
see that.
Missy Elliott so badly. When I did Drugs in My Booty, every time I was on set, I'm like, Lord, let Missy see this. And if she can see an inkling of herself in it, that's all I need, is for someone to be like, maybe she could. I want to play Missy Elliott so
You know,
bad.
like biopic. Yeah.
I would love to work with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Um, Solange is incredible too. I love what she
Yes.
with backgrounds and melodies.
Yes. Yes. She.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with everyone though.
Those are excellent. Those are excellent choices. So that's absolutely. I can definitely see you moving in that direction. This has been such a wonderful, wonderful interview. One last question though before we go.
What?
Now, I know that you're going to be performing over the summer, and you have all these little babies happening all simultaneously at the same time. Um, what else? I mean, do you ever see yourself? I mean, I know that you write your songs, you write screenplays. Is this correct? Yes, yes. What other upcoming projects can we expect from you that may just be kind of like just a whisper that you may want to share with us?
Okay. I mean, I write. I would love to direct. I just directed for the first time. I'm at the top of last year. It was a mini docu-series celebrating Black women and their stories. It's called Her Story.
Where can we find this?
On YouTube. Two episodes are on YouTube, and the third one they use at like private screenings. So it was a three-part docu-series. I honestly too, I would love to have a hotel. Like making places like this, you can't really see, but like designing and interior designing and making homes feel like personalities. I would love a hotel where each room felt like like it's the peacock room, the queen room,
Yes.
the Angie room, or like just all of the different themes. Like I would love a hotel chain, just a place where Black women could feel celebrated and feel like themselves and have incredible content and shoot in. And I would love it to be like decorated in Black art that you could just like literally take, and we will charge you for it. Yeah. But please take the vase, please take the vase, girl. It's Black owned. Like,
Right.
would love that, like that shopping content, just Black experience that's very specific to us. That's a humongous dream of mine, and I'm only started by painting my living room, but it's a whisper. So thank
See,
you for inviting me for giving me the space to talk about that. Thank you.
thank you for sharing, because I don't know. I just felt like there was more. I just felt like you have so much creativity. And like I said, you are art. Okay. So thank you so much for coming by here to the bigger picture. I, again, have been looking forward to this. And I can't wait to see you perform, because I want to be able to come through and hear you sing.
Yes.
So is there anyone, before we go, I always ask, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
I have to give a shout out to my overworked, like mother, my mother and my sister. My mom is my momager, Alacia Williams, and my
Mhm.
sister, Miana Williams, is my publicist. And I know that when it's family, you text more than you would other people. And I just
Yeah.
and I wouldn't run properly with all of the things that I'm doing if I didn't have an incredible team. And my mom and my sister are the pillars of that team, and they lead with kindness and love and
Mhm.
graciousness, but still advocate for themselves and me as well. And I'm just so grateful. I couldn't have asked for a better family and a
No.
better teammate. So I'm so thankful to them. I want to give a big shout out to them. I love you so much.
Well, because they're going to have your best interests, right, at heart, number one. And let me tell you, when I heard your sister's voice,
Mhm.
I said, I knew you were related. I could hear it. You guys sound just alike.
My
It's
mama
great.
did too. We all three of us. You get us on the phone, you might not know who's talking. Especially if I think my voice can be higher and my mom's voice can be higher, but if we're tired, which I am right now, right? If we're a little tired, we get right up in that husky and we just all you all understand.
So, well, thank you again for coming by, Shoniqua Shandai. They can find you where? Anybody that's watching this, they can find you
I'm
all over.
all over at Shoniqua Shandai, Shoniqua Shandai, Shoniqua Shandai, and all my music is everywhere. But buy it at the iTunes store because you can stream it. But just going
That's
to
right.
spend that 99 cents, spend that $1.39,
That's right.
buy
That's
a track, please.
that's right. You know, you put so much
Indie
love and
artist.
energy into it. You deserve the 99 cent a track. I hear you. Thank you again. You are absolutely wonderful. I hope you have a good evening, my love.
You too.
All right.
I like that.
Bye, babes.